Welcome to myprepclass.com. This lesson is going to focus on exponents. First, let's talk about what is an exponent. So an exponent is a number such as the 3 in this example, which raises 4 to a power, and that means that is 4 multiplied by itself 3 times. So in this example, we're looking at 4 times 4 times 4. So to multiply that out, I first multiply the first two 4's together. I'm just doing this in a simplified way. And that gives me 16 times 4. When I finish multiplying that out, 16 times 4, my answer to what is 4 to the third power is 64. So again, that exponent indicates that it's 4 times 4 times 4. Sometimes, not as often, you might come across a negative exponent. And with a negative exponent, you have to invert the number. So what that means when you're dealing with a whole number like 4, to invert it, you put it under 1. So you make it 1 over 4 to the third power. And since we already know that 4 to the third power is 64, we know that 4 to the negative 3 is 1/64. This works with fractions as well. So if I try to take 2/3 to the minus 2 power, I have to invert the fraction. So inverting the fraction gives me 3 over 2 to the second power. And this lets us talk about how to raise a fraction to a power. All you have to do is raise the numerator to the same power and the denominator to the power. So I'm dealing with 3 squared over 2 squared. So the answer is 9/4. So that negative exponent causes you to invert the fraction. A little easier, even though it doesn't look like it at this point, is dividing exponents. So in this case, we have 4 to the 23rd power, so that's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 23 times, over 4 to the 21st power. Now keep in mind, on any of these exams, you're never going to have to calculate a number to that degree. So how do you divide exponents? Very simply, you subtract them. So 4 to the 23rd divided by 4 to the 21st is 4 to the 23 minus 21, which is simply 4 squared. 23 minus 21 leaves 2, so that's 4 to the second power, which is 16. So to divide exponents, you simply subtract them. And just a note, that is as long as you have the same base. So that means the base is 4 in this case. And since it's 4 to the 23rd and 4 to the 21st, we have the same base, so we can simply subtract the exponents. The other side of that is multiplying exponents. So again, I have the same base of 4. So to multiply these exponents, I can just add them. So 4 to the 23rd times 4 to the 21st is 4 to the 23 plus 21, or 4 to the 44th power. You'll never have to actually calculate something like that out. One more example of exponents we're going to look at are factoring exponents. So let's say we're given this 4 to the 23rd minus 4 to the 21st, and we have to simplify this expression. Now, we're not dividing, so I can't subtract the 23 minus 21. That happens when you're dividing exponents. So what I have to do, I have to factor these. So I'm going to look at these two exponents and pick the smallest one, which is the 21. And I'm going to say that's my common factor, because there are at least 21 4's in each of those. Right? There are 23 4's in the first one and 21 4's in the second one. So I can get to 21 4's in each of them. So I'm going to divide the whole thing by 4 to the 21st power. So I'm going to pull that 4 to the 21st out to the side, because then it's going to be factored out. And then I have 4 to the 23rd over 4 to the 21st minus 4 to the 21st over 4 to the 21st. And now we know how to divide fractions. So 4 to the 23rd over 4 to the 21st, we can just subtract those from 23 minus 21. And 4 to the 21 over 4 to the 21 is just going to leave us 1. So we're getting more simplified here. We're at 4 to the 21st times 4 squared minus 1. 4 squared is 16 minus 1. Leaves us 4 to the 21st times 15. And that's as simplified as we can get here. Now let's put this together and look at a question that you might have. You might see something similar to this on an exam. Which is greater, 2 to the 18th or 2 to the 19th minus 2 to the 17th? So 2 to the 18th, I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. So I'm going to try simplifying my expression on the right, 2 to the 19th minus 2 to the 17th. Similar to the last example we just did. So I know I can get all 17 2's. So I'm going to first pull out that 2 to the 17th. And that's going to leave me with 2 to the 19th over 2 to the 17th minus 2 to the 17th over 2 to the 17th. That simplifies as 2 to the 17th times 2 squared minus 1. 2 squared is 4. So I've simplified this expression to 2 to the 17th times 3. So that doesn't really help me compare too much right now to the left-hand side, so I want to get the left-hand side to look like the right-hand side. So I have the right-hand side down to a 2 to the 17th. So I can do the same to the left-hand side. So I'm going to pull out a 2 to the 17th, and that's going to leave me with 2 to the 18th over 2 to the 17th within the parentheses. So I can subtract those exponents. That leaves me with 2 to the 17th times 2 to the 1st. And 2 to the 1st is 2. So now I can compare the two sides. 2 to the 17th times 2, or 2 to the 17th times 3. Which is greater? It is 2 to the 17th times 3. Thank you for studying with myprepclass.com. Please feel free to check out our other videos, and please comment either on Facebook or on YouTube. Good luck with your studies.